IMOLD for SolidWorks is an integrated add-on package that establishes a step-by-step workflow for the design of plastic injection molds. Ergonomics has proven to be a deciding factor in today's consumer market. Multi-shot applications such as grips, handles, text and color separations fuels customer desirability. Here we will demonstrate how to handle the shot mold process in IMOLD. The parts used in this project are the top and bottom halves of imaginary switch housing. The first shot naturally being the rigid material and followed by the second shot, which is the softer material. First open rigid part. Then from SolidWorks toolbar, click File and make Assembly from part. Click in the graphics area to add part to the assembly. SolidWorks automatically makes the first part fixed. Let's float the part and mate the part origin with the assembly origin. Click Insert Components from the Command Manager. Browse the location of the soft part and open. Mate the origin of the soft part with the rigid origin. This assembly replicates the finished to-shot product. Save the assembly as a part file. Name the part as second shot and select all components. Click Save. Now, let's open the second shot part. Notice that the part contained two solid bodies. Select the two solid bodies and right mouse click, select Combine. On operation type, select Add and click OK. Save second shot part. Data preparation allows you to easily reorientate the product according to the pull direction. Here we are going to derive another part from the original and use it for our multi-shot mold design. Similar to the previous steps, we first derive the rigid part and then followed by the soft part. Next, we'll start a new project with both the first and second shot. From the IMOLD toolbar, select Project Control and New Project. Under Project Name, key into Shot and click Add Parts to browse the location of the parts. We'll open the rigid derived part first, and then add parts again to open second shot derived. For this project, we will not be adding any shrinkage to the models. Once done, hit the OK button. When the message prompts about no prefixes in the project, we can ignore this by clicking Yes. Change the part for better visibility if necessary. Save the project by clicking Save and select Save Project. Now, we are going into the core cavity building process. In this process, we will create the core and cavity inserts for the parts. During this process, we will examine the differences between operating on a single part mold and a two-shot mold. On the IMOLD toolbar, select Core Cavity Builder, then Parting Surfaces. A dialog will prompt you to choose a part to work on. Select Rigid Derived and click OK. Under Operations, click Search. All the core and cavity faces will be identified and highlighted in the list automatically. Check the accuracy of the auto search by using the exploded view. Click OK to accept the results. Let's create runoffs. On the IMOLD toolbar, select Core Cavity Builder, then Utilities and Runoff Surfaces. Select Radiate option and expand Parting Line Tools. See this edge and click Auto Search. Change the distance to 40 mm and click OK to create the runoff area. Now, to create the inserts, on the IMOLD toolbar, select Core Cavity Builder, Insert Creator. On the dialog prompt, select Rigid Derived Impression and click OK. Enter length is 100 mm, width is 100 mm, cavity thickness is 48 mm and core thickness is 30 mm. Click OK to create the inserts. Remove the appearance color if necessary. To split the cavity insert of the rigid part, select Core Cavity Builder, Copy Surfaces. Make the rigid derived as the active document. Select Cavity on the Destination menu, select Imported Surface and click OK now. If some surfaces are not able to be knitted together automatically, select the surfaces, click right mouse button and select Knit All Surfaces. Then on the toolbar, select Insert, Cut with Surface. Select the surface knit and click OK. Hide surface knit. Now, do the same for the core surfaces and save the project. In splitting the second shot, we'll need to identify the core and cavity faces in the second part. Go to Core, Cavity Builder, select Parting Surfaces and, on the dialog select, Second Shot and click OK. Search the core cavity faces and explode view to check the result. Click OK to accept the result. Create runoff surface as we did for the rigid part. And now, create a similar sized inserts for the second shot. Split the second shot by copying the surfaces and cutting it with the inserts. Save the project. To create layout of the two-shot mold design, select Layout Designer, add Layout. On the Auto Create menu, select Number, drop down, S2+2, and type, choose Style 3. Click OK to accept this layout. Save the project and proceed with the mold base and components assembly. This has been a demonstration on how to handle a two-shot mold process in IMOLD. Thank you.